I hope to one day fulfill a job in the medical field, not just because of my interest in the human body, but also because of my interest in Advocacy from Grey's Anatomy. I love to travel, even though I haven't been to much places. I love learning about new cultures and meeting new people. On my journey to this world, I'm excited for all the opportunities to meet new people and learn more about themselves and the world. Thank you.
Hello, Patricia.
Hello.
So you grew up in the States?
Yes, I grew up in the States.
Can you speak Tagalog?
I won.
You're 20.
Yes, po, I'm 20.
What would you say makes an especially empowered Filipina?
Well, for me, being a Filipina, I'd say that conquering my fear, because before this, I was a very shy, introverted girl, and when I was given this chance to join this world, I took this as an opportunity to get out of my comfort zone, grow as a woman, and try new things and learn more about the world. More questions?
How do you, just hypothetical, in case you win the crown, what's your game plan to be able to best represent the Philippines?
Well, I mean, being here is already such a great opportunity. But if I were to win this world, I would definitely proceed with my advocacy, which is helping the indigenous people. Because in Pampanga, especially in the park area, I see so many people from the island community going to park just to make these ends. And for me, if I win this world, I would definitely provide them more of their basic needs and basic rights, as well as make them low-cost housing. That's one of my plans if I in this world.
Okay, no more follow-up questions. Thank you, candidate number 59.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. I am Lady Justerini G. Santos. You can call me Lady or Justerini. I just turned 24 last April 10, and actually, I am a pandemic graduate, so unfortunately, I wasn't able to experience the typical graduation wherein you're gonna walk and march and you wear that black toga that all the students are dreaming of. But I think I have a very interesting story to tell on how my lockdown quarantine became memorable. So, during May 2020, my parents lost their job. So, as a racketera in the Philippines, you are called a racketera if you do a lot of things to earn money. So, I joined different beauty pageants, I do modeling, I do hostings, and with all the talent fees and I think the cash prizes that I've gained before, I started to open a very small business. It is a food stall. So, I sold and I keep on selling fried rice. It's a sinangag, topped with the favorite dishes of every Filipino. So name it, Shanghai, longanisa, tocino, corned beef, anything that you want to eat in the morning. So I sold that. So fortunately, during that time, I'm a graduating student, so I can't afford to delay it. So I asked my parents, can I still continue my studies? And they're like, we don't have enough money. So I did that for almost 3 months, and fortunately I gained 30,000 pesos. So I was able to go through with that semester. And after a year, I was able to open my first food stall in our place. And right now, it's earning 30 to 40,000 a month. I have 4 employees. And I am very proud to say that I don't hire people, or being a high school graduate, someone who can write, someone who can read. Those are not my requirements, in other words. So I hire people who are single mom, someone who wants to earn. As long as you are willing to learn and I can trust in you, I hire them. So that's it.
Okay, judges, you don't need to ask them. I said everything already. Don't comment, judges. You may ask your questions.
Wala ka na talaga. Ano mo lang dito?
Hi, sis. Oh, hi, Michelle. Nice to see you again. So, me and her competed together at Pageant Filipina 2017.
Yes.
So, I can see from your profile and on social media that you've been making your way up with like different beauty pageants. So, what made you want to do Miss World rather than MVP or like leading?
Actually, Miss World Philippines is one of my dream pageants ever since. So I started joining beauty pageants since I was 14. So some people call me desperate because I'm not so tall. I don't have the statutory height. But yeah, I very love this pageant because of the beauty with the purpose. So you got to tell your stories, you got to inspire people, and at the end of the day, you help them. Thank you.
Hello, lady. I don't really have a question for you. I just really have to say thank you for the energy. We love you. You are amazing. You are so much. You are a complete package.
Thank you, Thank you so much, everyone.
I just really have to say that I appreciate your determination in continuing your studies. I mean, as a student, it really is inspiring, and I think people need to see that on stage a lot more. People who do their jobs while they balance their studies as well. And I just want to notice that your name is, oh my God,
Thank you so much for appreciating me, because some of the people told me na, why are you still joining beauty pageants? You look so desperate because you joined a lot. You don't gain the major title. So, and you're proving to everybody that maybe I can, but if I didn't, I still learn.
yes, Lady Santos, right? What's the backstory behind Lady?
Okay, so it's a very interesting story. My name is Lady Justerini. Lady is from my lola, from my father's side. It's Lydia, so in-scramble po ng mother ko. So, Justerini naman po. I'm so sorry. So, Justerini naman po, yung birthday ko is the wedding anniversary of my parents. So, on your first wedding anniversary, yung nagregalo po ng wine sa kanila, if you're familiar with the Justerini and Brooks wine. So, that made Lady Justerini. Thank you so much.
Lady, congratulations on your food stall. I love your story. I love how your storyteller is so captivating. It was lovely watching you. You're a performer. And I want to say that you're so inspirational. No matter what people tell you, you're right. Your mentality is correct. It does not matter if you win or if you lose. What matters is how your attitude is during the journey. So, I want to ask you, which crown are you eyeing for and why?
So, if it has to be specific, so since Miss Women Marquez won the Reina Hispano-Americana, I'm a huge fan of her because I also love to dance. So, but if anything, the crown or the Miss World Philippines organization will give me, I will humbly accept it and I will live with it.
Thank you.
Parang Jibo. Kapag po naging official candidate ako, I will do my very best to follow competition. Thank you so much.
everyone. My name is Francesca Beatriz of Laon. I'm 19 years old, representing Aklan. Aklan is a place where my Pagantera blood comes from, as my mom used to be a Filipino. Aklan is also a place where you will see the infamous Advocacy, where you will see culture, art, and beautiful Aklans like me. One interesting fact about me is that I love watching wedding videos. It's just something about how I love receiving love through the wedding videos and how much I receive and how I would like to give it to other people around me. Thank you.
Good. Hello.
Hi.
How old are you?
I'm 5'5",
You said your mom was a former newbie.
Yes.
What was her title?
Miss Western Visayas.
Oh, yes. And this is your first pageant?
First national pageant, actually. Yeah. But I competed internationally before for Miss Teen International Philippines.
Oh.
Yes. And then I represented Philippines in India for Miss Teen International and won Miss Teen Intercontinental 2020.
Wow, I just reached Intercontinental now. I was Intercontinental before.
You're right.
Thank you. I also saw you graduated from the University.
I'm still a college student. Actually, first year.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
oh, now you're 19.
Yeah.
How's it like in the South?
I actually haven't experienced the college life just yet, but I think we're resuming in September, which I'm really excited for because I really want to meet my blockmates and spend time with my friends.
That's right. There's no face-to-face here.
Yeah, sadly.
So it's all online.
Yes, po, yes.
How's the whole shift from being face-to-face to studying online?
I would say it was difficult, but it was also an advantage for me as I had more time to take care of myself and my mental being, other than just focusing on school.
Thank you. Bonjour.
Bonjour. I took French in high school, but then I didn't really practice it, so I only know how to say bonjour, je m'appelle Bea.
So I see that you traveled to India in 2019.
Yes, I did.
I myself just came back from India.
How was it?
Oh, sorry.
I wasn't supposed to ask you questions.
I like that you're well spoken.
Thank you so much.
So I did like India, but I want to ask you, what was your favorite thing about it?
Ooh, not the taste, the food. I actually love spicy food, and the best thing I ever eaten there was the naan. And then you dip it in the curry sauce, with all the hot curry sauce, and I would just eat it each time. Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Sorry, did you try the cheese naan?
No, not yet. No. I don't even remember the naan and the curry every day.
What's your height?
5'5".
5'5".
Yes.
You look like Lady Gaga.
Really? They said I look like a lot of people. You know, like this Gabby Garcia. Or Filipina, Shumera.
Hi, Bea.
Why did you choose your beauty purpose cervical cancer awareness? What is the story behind this?
Okay, so actually, I was invited to a cervical cancer screening last year in Barangay Don Antonio, and I've seen a lot of women who got the cervical screening for free, and then I learned that only 1% of Filipino women get tested, and it's actually the cancer that can only be prevented and early eliminated. So, and I also got the fact that 11 women die every day, mothers specifically. So I asked myself, what if my mother was in the same position? What if your mother was in the same position? So I wouldn't want anybody to feel that pain. And I want to save mothers. You know, it's something that can be prevented, and it's something that we should start talking about. We should normalize the conversation of cervical cancer awareness, specifically HPV vaccination from 9 years old to 12 years old, and cervical cancer screening for 30 to 50-year-olds women. Yeah.
Hi, Bea. Are you a registered voter?
Yes, I
Oh
am.
my God, are you excited?
I don't know if I'm excited because I'm actually going to be a first-time voter, so I'm still doing my study. I try to be apolitical, but I do have my personal choices on the run. But I try not to, be so loud about it. But I share it with other people, especially those who ask me about my political stance.
Oh, you try to be apolitical.
Yes.
So, would you agree, as Aristotle has once said, that everything in human nature is political?
Yes, I do believe that. Because in this world today, we make many connections and we use that connections to either gain something or lose something. So I think everything in life is political.
Okay, thank you.
You're only 19 years old. Right?
Yes, po. I think it's 20.
When you turn 20 this year?
Yes, po. September 30.
Hi, Bea. So, this is your final question.
I'm nervous.
What makes you exceptionally empowered Filipina?
What makes me exceptionally empowered Filipina is my journey. We all have different stories and what we can bring to the table. I think it's my hardships, what I've learned in life, and how I can use that in this stage, in this platform, to normalize conversations, to create meaningful conversations, to stand for our causes and inspire the youth.
Right. Thank you, candidate.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
You put your arms down, relax. You're so cute. Okay, so I see here your father is a doctor, your mother is a child. Yeah. What do you want to be aside from being when you're older?
Well, I want to be a journalist, hopefully, and maybe even a lawyer like my mom.
Okay, and if law, what department of law?
Perhaps human rights or media law or environmental law. I think those are the things that really interest me.
Okay, and then I saw here also that, alright, yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
From the environment.
Hi, Eco Warrior sister. So I have two questions. One, what is your advocacy for the environment?
At the moment, I do not have a particular advocacy. I just know that I want to focus on environmental protection and education. Because although there are solutions to various environmental issues, they all boil down to education.
So what, in your opinion, is the biggest environmental issue affecting our world today?
One of the biggest environmental issues affecting our world today is climate change. As we can see recently, NASA scientists have protested, and it's been trending on social media because they're not being listened to. For years, people have spoken about climate change, and they're not taking action. I think it's very important for us to take action now, otherwise it might be too late.
Gen Z represent. Hi. Hello, Gen Z. What crowd are you aiming for?
Well, Miss Echo Team. I'm not discounting the possibility that I could win other crowns, including the
Of
Miss
course
World.
you can. You can always aim for bigger and better.
Exactly.
So, okay, as a Gen Z, what do you think would be the biggest societal gift we can give to humanity? Considering nowadays, some people might say we're entitled or too intense on social media.
Well, maybe we are too intense, but I think that they're just, intimidated that we are actually recognizing the societal issues that we are facing today. And that I think the biggest gift that we can give is actually taking actions, concrete actions to address them. And that so that it's not just all talk, and that we're actually doing something about the problems we see today.
question for you.
Yes.
You know, young people nowadays always have this problem about mental illness, mental health problem. What do you think is the reason why? How come a lot of young women suffer from this kind of illness?
A lot of young women are suffering from this kind of illness. Well, I think one of the reasons why is because from a young age, they're taught to fear the world they live in. A lot of people just say, oh, boys will be boys. But young women are conditioned to learn how to defend themselves, to learn how to alter their behavior so that they don't have to face things like sexual harassment or sexual abuse. But I think that that's also one of the reasons why a lot of young women face mental issues today. Another reason is that because in social media, there's this thing where people compare themselves to others. And while that is toxic, it's unavoidable. So we must correct that. We must correct that thinking. We should teach young women not to fear the world they live in. We should teach young women to love themselves and love the bodies and they were born in.
Very well spoken. Thank you, candidate number 18.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm Kevin Antonio Mateo. I'm 26 years old and I am from Iran. So when I was a child, I've always dreamt of joining a beauty pageant and here I am in front of you now. And I actually dreamed of being a cheerleader and when I was in my second year of college, I made the dream come true also even if I don't have any experience on cheerleading or even in gymnastics. And before I graduated college, I already saw myself working within the advocacy industry. And 5 years later, I'm still within the industry. So with all of those key highlights of my life, I would definitely describe myself in one word as a go-getter.
You have a very interesting name. So, is there a backstory?
Yes, there is actually one. So by the time when my mom was pregnant, I think she was 5 months pregnant with me. And it was the time the movie Home Alone premiered. But they did mistake me for a boy, by the way. I also have a brother named Kevin, and he's the one spelled with an I naman.
Do they call both of you Kevin?
No, they don't. So the house, we have different names, which actually kind of sounds the same, so it's confusing. I'm called Kane, like Ken Kane, and Shinaman is Rain, like Kirby.
Okay, so what crown are you eyeing and why?
Of course, we're now eyeing for the highest crown, which is Miss World, because as someone who just came from another pageant, I believe that we all have an advocacy that we are supporting and it's really close to our heart. And whichever platform that is, and having a platform like this is one way really to promote it. And you're not just advocating for the things that matter to you, you're also advocating for your family, for your friends, and of course, you're also advocating and fighting for yourself.
I saw that you were a candidate 2 years in a row for Miss Philippines. Why did you move over to Miss World Philippines?
It actually has to do with my previous answer. I saw that I felt like, apart from the advocacy, it's really more of like nurturing all the efforts that I've already put into pageantry. And I don't want to wait another year and have like a gap year of some sort because it's a possibility that I could forget all of the learnings. And I don't want to relearn those things again. I want to continue and fight for it.
And then my last question is, who is your most favorite beauty queen and why?
My most favorite beauty queen would be Catriona, of course, because she's someone who's so resilient. She emits such a positive aura, and just by looking at her, you know she's really relatable. Thank you also.
I'm also from Bataan.
Yes, I know.
What quality of Bataan that you want to show to the world?
Of course, Bataan is known as a fighter. So joining again and braving all of these uncertainties. So definitely, I can say that I'm a fighter. Just the pure quality of a Bataan. Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Rice.
You mentioned that you work in an advertising agency.
Yes,
If you were going to work in the Philippines after the pandemic, what's the way would that be? And how would you tell the world to go back to the Philippines?
I would tell the world to go back to the Philippines.
Ilan ba?
To the
52 lahat sila. Ha? 52 lahat sila. Nakailangan
culture that we have.
21 pa lang.
And we have so many beautiful
May winner
destinations
na ako.
that they can enjoy, whether it be mountains, hiking, or beaches. And we have a lot of adventures that we can offer them. After all, it's our country.
Alright, thank you, candidate number 21. We now call on
I'm Maria Arga, 23. I graduated marketing management at the Lyceum of the Philippines University, Cavite, and I stand 5'7". As of introducing myself, I am currently managing several businesses. I started at the pandemic time, and at the same time, I am a freelance professional model. I also do hosting, voiceovers, and also I can probably say that I have represented the Philippines in an international stage for pageant at the age of 10. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. What traits do you think a Miss World should have?
I think the traits that a Miss World should have is a compassionate heart. Because when you have compassion towards other people, you can see all the negative things that is happening around us. And having a compassionate heart would really lead us to help other people that need help. Thank you.
And do you have a compassionate heart?
Definitely. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have.
What about from the other side of the judges? Michelle, do you like to ask anything? Do you like to drink alcohol?
I'm actually not an alcohol drinker because I am born and raised in a Christian family.
Okay, next question then. I won't ask my original. Of course. Okay, I see here that you were an intern for Soler.
Yes.
What was the most difficult part of being an intern? And how did you handle, let's say, give us an example of what was the most difficult situation you were faced with?
I would definitely want to be honest when it comes to this question because I have encountered, during my intern times when I was in college, I have encountered a politician who was offering me for money to be bought in one night. I am really, at that age, I think I am 18 or 19, and I was literally culturally shocked with what's happening, and I didn't really realize that I was in that situation. But being, like what I said earlier, I was born and raised in a Christian family, so I really stand for what is right. So I declined the offer, but they really insist. But after I continuously declined it, they really left away and didn't go back.
Okay, thank you so much, candidate number 24.
I'm very grateful because not just my family, my team, and the trainers and coaches, but also the Manila family have been supporting me in this journey. And as a proud Caviteña, I can say that I am dampalasa, brave, determined, and passionate about to prove myself that I am an exceptionally empowered woman and I'm working to become a leader. Alright, can we hear from you? First of all, you're very pretty. I love the outfit. You have such a positive aura. So please with that. Thank you to Manila, by the way, for hosting our final screening. So what do you do for Manila, first of all? I would like to start by saying that I started here as an OJT student. I have been with them for 5 years now. I was absorbed as a guest service officer, and now I'm currently working as a hotel supervisor. I actually work with Dito Bahamas. Sorry, I might just get this one. Yes,
gusto ko pa-meet si Dito. Bakit?
I really got hopeless then. I said Advocacy because I heard stories about Advocacy to Dito, which is about those and Dito. So I didn't know. That's why. That's also one of the reasons why I'm here. Just wanted to. That's hard, but I'm not a fan of regrets.
Ano kinalaman niya kay Lindy? Ano kinalaman niya kay siya yung supervisor? Katrabaho niya. Sino? Hindi ko nag-gets siya. Katrabaho niya si Dindo. Sino si Dindo? Kapatid ni Dindo.
You're a magna cum laude. You're a salutatorian. You're a consistent lean face. You have so many
sabi ko, sa join ng Mr. World, ayaw niya.
So why do you still have to join this world, a beauty pageant?
Joining beauty pageant for me is not just a platform to share and influence other people. For me, beauty pageant, Miss World Philippines, is a celebration of womanhood. I believe a woman should be celebrated by our fearlessness, our tenacity, all the hard work and effort that we put into ourselves. And I wanted to be part of that celebration. I wanted to be part of the beauty pageant of the Miss World Philippines.
Okay, thank you so much, candidate number 32. Let's go on. Candidate, I'm not sure if you remember, but Animal Mars last year, international costume for presidential, and that is something that you need to try. And of course, I'm about to tour you on the national with our traditions, because those traditions are really they're pretty old, but well restored, and you can still feel the old Asian feels, because the design is still intact.
Hello. At the Admiral Myers won as the national costume last year during our batch. Iconic national costume that made us all hungry. May I ask, should you be part of the finalists, what can we expect from your national costume? Will there be a back-to-back for best national costume?
Well, actually, we haven't talked about the trends for this summer, but we're gonna make sure that it's something new to all of you guys, something hindi mo talaga nakikita. Because we have a very rich culture, there's so much more that you have to see. So I'm gonna make sure that it's something new and very interesting that you will learn about my city. Thank you. Okay, is that all? Thank you, candidate number 37. Thank you.
Hi, good day. I am Sheila J. Chu, 23 from the province of Iloilo. I graduated from the University of the Philippines with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in marketing. I am an only child. So after I graduated from college, I took the responsibility managing a family business which focuses on wholesale and retail. And with my personality that I have, I do believe I am a go-getter. I am very passionate with the things that I do, such as traveling, yoga, and I get a different sense of fulfillment when I do things that I care about. Quitting has never been an option to me. And I believe fear is inevitable, so I try to embrace it, welcome it, and as much as I can, learn from it. Thank you.
Alright, hear from our panelists.
Hello, Ms. Michelle. Hi, so you're an only child. I am too. Growing up is a different experience. Do you wish that you had any siblings, older, younger, or do you like being an only child?
I wish I did have any sibling. I would like to have a brother or sister which I can talk to whenever I have problems, disappointments, and failures. I feel like when I have someone the same age with me, they can relate to me more, they can connect with me more.
Sorry about this. Oh, it's so much better when I can hear my voice.
Can you repeat your answer?
Next question.
Hi.
Hello, Ms. Katarina.
Hello. So it says you use 4 languages.
Yes.
Which was your first language?
Of course, Filipino is a dialect of the longest, and it is a soft-spoken dialect. That is why we Ilonggis are known to be malambing. That is something that most of the people love around us. We are generally charming, and we smile a lot.
Yes. So where did you learn Mandarin?
When I was in elementary and high school, I got into a Chinese school, so I learned the basics of Mandarin. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to practice it because in our house, even though we're half Chinese, we don't really speak Chinese. We speak Filipino and Filipino.
You have such a very lovely smile.
Thank you.
I'm wondering, what's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to you?
The nicest thing that a person said to me is I smile a lot. And even though I'm having a bad day, I go through rough patches or disappointment, I always try to compose myself and I always replace negative self-talk with loving, positive affirmations. So I always try to smile a lot. And I hope I can bring that enthusiasm to others. Thank you.
Alright, any more questions from our judges? If not, thank you.
Hi everyone, I am so excited to be here. My name is Erica Christensen. I am 25 years old, representing the beautiful province of Cavite. Just like my single mother, I wear so many hats in my career. I am a host, I am a radio jock, and I'm also a professional voiceover artist. And through so much hard work and so much passion in between, I was actually able to buy my very own house just last November. Thank you. And I was also able to put myself through school back when I was younger. And this is actually something that I want to be able to teach to the younger generation of girls, the importance of believing in themselves. Because I did it to myself before, and that's why I'm standing here today. Thank you, Paula.
Hello everyone, I'm Allison Black. I'm 23 years old and I was born and raised in Las Piñas City. As a former professional ballet dancer, I currently own my own ballet school called Benjamin Ballet. So if you want to learn how to do a pirouette or split, you know who to call. I'm also a business graduate from UP Diliman, which explains my entrepreneurial interests. And thankfully, with business and ballet, I found my purpose in making dance more accessible in our country. I am a firm advocate for women-led businesses, and I just want to reach out to young girls, to help them find their power, find their independence, and change the world. And I've actually represented the Philippines before for other competitions, once as a dancer and once as a business graduate. And I hope you allow me this opportunity to grab it one more time to represent the Philippines not as a dancer, not as a student, but as a Filipina and as an advocate. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here today. I'm Shariza Barbara Casales Espargo, 22, representing Taguig City. I grew up in Chicago with my immigrant parents where I learned that working hard is one of the most important things you can do. So I started working at 14 as a tutor, which is also coincidentally the same time I became a spoken word coach, where I fostered my love for the arts. Learning the significance of words and storytelling. That is why I advocate for youth education. Because my passion, my hard work, and my empathy brought me where I am today. And I want the children to know that their future is bright, but the only way to unlock it is to have a good day.
Hi girls, I just wanted to commend your energy because I know you waited for hours, but great that you've been able to keep it up. So I'm so excited.
Thank you, Catherine.
Hi, you go first. Hi, Irma. How are you guys?
It's so nice to see you again, Katya.
I mean, we haven't seen each other in years, but I'm so glad we get to see each other in this space. I want to ask, what made you decide to join pageant?
Yeah, actually, the main reason why I wanted to join pageantry in the first place is because really of my advocacy. So my advocacy is focused on animal welfare here in the Philippines, and I've been dedicated to my charity work of this particular cause for the past 10 years, since I was 15 years old. And I thought that, what more could I do? Because I feel like I've already done so many things working with different animal organizations and charities here in the country. And I also eventually opened up my own shelter called Lucky Whiskers Philippines. So I thought, what can I do more? And I know that the Crown will be able to, give me that support that I needed in order to make the projects and the ideas that I have come to fruition.
Can I ask, how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Then Allison, I have a question for you. What crown are you aiming for and why?
Well, I am a discolored of Bayan, so I always strive for excellence. So I'm really here to win the Miss World crown, to really stand for my advocacy, to stand for Filipino values. But I respect the organization. I know that I am a pageant newbie, even if I think that my life experiences have prepared me for this. So whatever crown will be given to me, I would be very appreciative. And I would love to have the organization behind me.
Hi, Teresa. Nice to see you. How's your mom? She's right behind you. Oh, hello. Hi. So my question for you today is, social media has immensely changed pageantry as we know it today. Do you think it's an unfair advantage for influencers to join since they have such a big platform and do you think it's an unfair advantage?
No, I think that as beauty queens, we have to utilize the platforms that we have. And our goal is always to amplify the voices of those that aren't heard. Influencers have shown us they use their platform responsibly and they have that capacity to reach a larger audience. And also the beautiful thing about social media currently, as beauty queens as well, is that standing here today, I'm able to raise my platform and I'm able to gain more followers and interact with people organically. So they can know what I stand for every time.
For Erica. Hi, Kirsten. Thank you. You also. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. You mentioned that you're a single mom, that you put yourself through school, at the same time you're just 25, but you're able to do all these things, you're able to buy your own place. I mean, how are you able to do that despite everything that you've gone through?
Yeah, going back to what I was mentioning earlier about believing in yourself, and trust me, everything that I've accomplished at this age
It definitely wasn't easy to get here. It was such a long process. It was a grueling journey as well. But I always chose to come out stronger. And that's something that I really want to be able to extend to other people. The importance of really having a backbone and just, believing in yourself. Because at the end of the day, there is no better cheerleader than yourself.
Okay, thank you so much. Candidates number 45, 46, and 47.
Thank you so much.